And then the final werewolf rebrand, this is
Uh-huh.
taking us from the 2000s into the 2010s.
Okay.
We have Underworld with Kate Beckinsale.
Mm-hmm.
The movie involves lycans, which are like vampire werewolves, some hybrids, battle between the two. Same thing with Twilight. That's
Mm-hmm.
where you really have like the werewolf vampire
Sure.
battles. This is like the first time that werewolves and vampires are like put in the same storyline.
Okay.
And so in the 2000 and 2010s, the werewolf finally broke free of its curse, trading silver bullets for six packs and tragic howls for swagger. The rebrand began with Underworld in 2003, where Lycans weren't monsters, but rebels with tragic shirtless freedom fighters battling a vampire aristocracy. The movie's blue tinted gothic aesthetic turned centuries of superstition into sleek, leather clad revolution. We saw the first Blade and Blade 2. This is also part of it. Ryan Reynolds is like the most jacked character in Blade 2. Like,
Okay.
just like total eight pack. Like, that just makes me think of the Underworld movies too. Like, you definitely had like now werewolf and vampires are like hot topic
Sure.
models as well.
Sure.
Uh then came Twilight after Underworld in 2008 and everything changed. The werewolf became a romantic rival, not a threat, a symbol of raw passion and loyalty. Team
Mm.
Edward might have had immortality
From wolf to dog,
from wolf
basically.
to dog.
Were dog.
Team Edward might have had immortality, but Team Jacob had warmth, muscle, and a heartbeat. Across pop culture,
Ooh.
from True Blood to Teen Wolf, lycanthropy became shorthand for instinct, rebellion, and untamed emotion, the opposite of the cold, controlled vampire. This era made the werewolf cool, not cursed. No longer a symbol of punishment or madness, it embodied the tension between wildness and self acceptance, freedom instead of damnation. By the 2010s, the werewolf wasn't just surviving horror, it was starring in fantasy, romance, and coming of age stories, proving that the beast inside wasn't something to fear, it was something to embrace.
Mm.
And so I feel like that decade, like decade and a half especially,
Mm.
was like this sexy werewolf vampire
Yeah.
true moment in pop culture. Like werewolves and vampires looked like Abercrombie models.
Yeah.
They became like this sexy symbol, and
Yeah.
I feel like the pendulum is starting to swing back a little bit where monsters
Are starting to be scary again.
actually look like monster like with
Yeah.
Nosferatu.
Yeah.
There's another big wolf movie coming out, but like I think the pendulum swung so far where
Yeah.
Twilight basically became an hour and a half like erotic vampire
It's
werewolf
soft porn
fantasy
for
by
teenage girls.
basically, yeah. And now it's like, all right, like let's act like
Let's make it scary
let's
again.
make
And
monsters
yeah, I
scary
mean,
again.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
2010. It was Buffy against the vampires. It was just like
True Blood.
exactly. All of
Yeah.
this was just like the hot monster human
Yeah.
trope.
Yeah.
So the zombies are the ones that did not get
Yeah,
any
when are we gonna
crumbs.
get our sexy
I
zombie
know. Where are
period?
the sexy zombies at?
Yeah. Maybe as the rest of the monsters go back to being scary, the zombies
Yeah.
will now become
Yeah.
we'll have like the Twilight saga, but
Exactly.
for zombies
But see,
walking around
I
with
think
shredded six
I think it's
packs.
a perfect metaphor too, because when we're talking about soft porn, etc. Because um, oh my god, I'm blanking it now. Twilight
Mm.
was a fanfic. I think it was I can't remember fanfic of what, but it started as a fanfic
Did it?
that was turned into a book. I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Okay.
So it was like, ooh, sexiness. I can't remember what the fanfic of it was, but there's a bunch of movies like that that are like fanfics of celebrities or something and then turn into a book.
Did Twilight start as fan fiction? It said no, Twilight did
Oh,
not start as fan fiction. Its author, Stephanie Meyer, stated the idea came to her in a dream. The series 50
hmm.
Shades of Grey, however,
Right.
did originate from Twilight fan
That's
fiction.
right. That's right. That's right.
So
So I knew it was a Twilight thing.
that's
Okay.
interesting. You know the
Yeah.
vampires and werewolves are sexy as fuck when someone makes 50 Shades of Grey based off
Right.
of Twilight.
Well, so like that movie that just came out. Well, there's a few. There's that one with Anna Hathaway, Something You, and that was a not Harry Potter. A One Direction fanfic.
Okay.
And then there's another one that was also like like there's a bunch of movies
Yeah.
in books that are originally fanfics.
I am glad that the pendulum is swinging back in the other direction, though, where things
Yeah.
are actually like it was a lot and it was fine, but now it's time for like creepy ass Nosferatu
Yeah.
werewolves.
Let's make Halloween scary again.
Yeah, I'll put that on a red hat.
Sounds good.